Two Major League Soccer teams trying to replicate recent U.S. Open Cup runs go head-to-head tonight in the round of 16 of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup as the Philadelphia Union host DC United at PPL Park. Good evening, everybody. Jonathan Yardley alongside former U.S. national team goalkeeper Jill Lloyden. Kickoff's coming up just after 7:15. Jill, DC United, of course, up in first place in the East. Philadelphia down in 7th. How do they match up in this Open Cup format?
You know, coming into this game, it really doesn't matter who's where in the MLS standings right now. It doesn't matter who won the last game, who scored the last game, what happened last year. These two teams, doesn't matter if it's an MLS, Open Cup, pickup game, they want to win. They'll match up well tonight.
Survive and advance, the story, of course, in the Open Cup, and both teams did just that to get here. DC United had to go to overtime to take down the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 3-1 on the road at Highmark Stadium 2 weeks ago. For Philadelphia, meanwhile, it was home at PPL Park against the Rochester Rhinos from USL, a team that came in undefeated and with one of the best defenses you could hope to see. They had only given up 5 goals all season. And it turned out to be that kind of game, Jill. Rochester made it difficult for Philadelphia all night. They sat in at times, and though there were chances, Rochester was reasonably comfortable defensively.
Yeah, Rochester came out. They sat in a little bit, kind of waited out the storm of the beginning of the game. And in that time, the Union got a few chances. But then the Rhinos really came into it, had some attacking chances.
This, their best chance in regulation. A rifle from the penalty spot. And John McCarthy, USL's Rookie of the Year last year, playing for Rochester, denied his old team as part of a big night for him, Jill. Great shot stopping in this spot.
He came up really big for the Union to keep this game tied 0-0, and here you can just see 2 great stops. I think he gained some confidence going into the PK shootout for him.
The only negative for John McCarthy on the night, according to Jim Curtin, a little over-aggressive at times, coming out and not getting the ball. This was Rochester's best chance. Ray Gaddis able to clear it, and he got nailed into on the play. Wound up being okay.
I think McCarthy had a little bit of extra emotion, obviously, going in and playing against his old club. But here he comes up huge in the PK shootout.
On to penalty kicks we went. Maurice Adu setting the tone for Philadelphia as they took the lead early in penalty kicks. And John McCarthy, against his former team, was up to the task. That's the first one he saved, diving to his right. And then the next one, this is probably his best stop.
Great stop. He just makes me so excited. I remember being in PKs myself, and I just love the emotion that he brings in this shootout.
Chaco Maidana put Philadelphia 1 penalty kick away from advancing. And John McCarthy made sure they didn't need to shoot again. Walking off with the win, his first game since early May, and getting Philadelphia to advance to this round of 16. And for the first time in U.S. Open Cup history, a fixed bracket, 16 teams. We know the matchups all the way to the final. You can see how this goes. The bottom 8 teams would match up in that semifinal, all of them MLS teams. But as we zoom in on the top half of the bracket, these are the more easterly teams. These are where the 2 lower division teams are. The New York Cosmos will play the Red Bulls tomorrow. Charlotte Independence will play the Chicago Fire tonight. What stands out to you from this group, Jill?
I think this is a great group for the Union to progress in. They have DC United, and if they win that, they'll play the winner of the Red Bull Cosmos, and they've found wins against DC and Red Bulls this year. Looking onto the other side, they've already played Columbus Crew and beat them pretty handily, so I think that they really like this draw.
Philadelphia and DC meeting tonight. Again, we'll kick off just after 7:15, so stay with us on the pregame show. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll hear from Jim Curtin, the Philadelphia head coach, get his thoughts on the game. Again, kickoff coming up just after 7:15. DC and Philly, the round of 16 of the U.S. Open Cup. Stay with us.
Stand for blue. For tickets, visit PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
We don't give up. We don't quit. We keep going. Day in, day out. We fight on.
History is important because it shows where you're coming from and where you're going. Type 2 diabetes is something that runs in my family, which means I'm at risk. In fact, 1 in 3 American adults are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And knowing this, if I do nothing, that family history becomes my family's future. And my family is too important to me for that. Take the risk factor assessment today at AskScreenKnow.com.
I'm a local exclusive financial representative for Allstate.
We help our clients build their dreams.
I love tapping into the hundreds of different options from various companies to customize a plan for someone's future.
There are so many ways to help people and so many people to help.
From someone in their 20s who is setting up a Roth IRA for the first time,
to someone who is rolling over their retirement account after working for 30 years. We get to help everyone.
I'm Ron Williford.
I'm Tony Payone.
And we put people's futures in good hands.
Back here at PPL Park on our pregame show for the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup round of 16. DC United against the Philadelphia Union. Jonathan Yardley, former U.S. national team goalkeeper Jill Lloyden. It's that time of year, Jill. Busy weeks, teams playing 3 games in a week, sometimes 4 in 10 days, as DC United is today. Philadelphia has the next weekend off. DC has to go to Seattle. That's going to affect their lineups, but DC, maybe more than most, is ready for that kind of situation, showing their depth.
Oh, they're definitely ready. In 20 games, they've had 19 different starting lineups. So this is comfort zone for them. Getting some younger players in and expecting a little bit more from some of your non-role players. So they're comfortable in this and look for them to be just as good as their starting 11.
Philadelphia Union head coach Jim Curtin had some thoughts on that, and he shared them with us yesterday.
DC is a very strong team, so whether Ben fields a mixture of guys, his strongest first 11, his second best 11, we know that they've been getting results with both groups. As recently as last week, they played Chicago on a Wednesday night and played their second group, a lot of their second group, and they got a win there. So it's going to be a fight. They compete. He's a great coach, and he'll have his players motivated. So we can't take them lightly, obviously. And we're not a team that's gonna, throw out a second group in the Open Cup as well. We're gonna play to win. It's a competition I take very seriously. This club takes very seriously. So we'll have to be ready for a tough team coming in. Talked with Ben, and he gives you hints, but you can't always You can listen, but you never know until the lineup sheets are handed in who's going to play. But they have to go cross-country to Seattle, which is huge. Ideally, this game was supposed to be on Wednesday. That was the date we picked it. For obvious reasons, the extra day of rest would be nice. But both teams are in the same boat for rest. Fortunately, we're off on the end on the 4th of July. They have to get on a plane and go to Seattle, which is as far as you can physically go in our country. So that's a tough challenge for them. And one that, to be honest, I'm happy with. I'm happy they have to do because it's an advantage for us. But like I said, regardless of who they put out, they have a deep team, they have a winning team, and they have a mentality right now that they can beat anybody. So confidence goes a long way in this game, and they're going to be a confident team. And Ben is a very good coach, and he'll motivate those guys. And whoever they put on the field, it'll be a very difficult task. Hopefully, it doesn't go 120 minutes.
Stand for Blue. For tickets, visit PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
We don't give up. We don't quit. We keep going. Day in, day out. We fight on. Why? Because we are champions. Be a champion.
I became an Allstate agent to be a trusted advisor for the families in my community.
I became an Allstate agent to help customers protect the things that matter, their homes, their cars, and their lives.
I get to build a legacy for my family.
I love welcoming my customers into my Allstate family.
I'm Bev Logan in King of Prussia.
I'm Tom Mallon in Springfield.
Looking for a new career? Allstate is looking to appoint new agents in Philadelphia and the surrounding counties.
Call 877-470-8150. Select option 1 for more information.
History is important because it shows where you're coming from and where you're going. Type 2 diabetes is something that runs in my family, which means I'm at risk. In fact, 1 in 3 American adults are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And knowing this, if I do nothing, that family history becomes my family's future. And my family is too important to me for that. Take the risk factor assessment today at AskScreenKnow.com.
Back at PPL Park as we get ready for the first of 8 games over the next 2 nights in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup round of 16. 4 tonight and 4 tomorrow, including some great rivalry matchups, starting with our I-95 showdown between the Philadelphia Union and DC United as the teams make their way out here at PPL Park. our national anthem here at PPL Park as we get set for Philadelphia and DC. The starting lineup, first for DC United, a 4-4-2, what has become familiar for them, but this is pretty much the group that played against Pittsburgh last week. Not a lot of starters. Opare and Birnbaum have both seen major minutes there at center back. Miguel Aguilar, Connor Doyle, Jairo Arrieta are regular names. Jill, this is, though, a group that a lot of them helped get a result against Chicago last Wednesday.
Yeah, great game. Amazing goal from Connor Doyle. If you haven't seen that, go YouTube it right now. Blazer shot, but they got the win. I don't think they were too happy with the performance, but they dug out a win.
It's only 6 subs. You're allowed 7 available on the bench. DC left a lot of big names back in DC, preparing for that flight out to Seattle for Saturday's Major League Soccer game. Turning to Philadelphia, a familiar 4-2-3-1 and what has become almost the Union starting lineup. John McCarthy's in goal because Brian Silvestri is cup-tied to Carolina. The back four, normal starters, Ray Gaddis, Shannon Williams have been rotating with Fabinho at outside back. Brian Carroll gonna give it a go just 4 days after that crazy 2-2 game against Montreal on Saturday. He and Nogueira in the middle. Ayuk, Maidana, and Wenger attacking. And the guy who's on fire, Jill, CJ Sapong, really has been hot lately, whether it's scoring or assisting as he did on Saturday.
Yeah, Sapong's been basically the engine of this team as of late, but I think that DC United has come in knowing that, and so they're going to be cognizant of that and recognize that. So I think it's time for some other players in the attacking third to really step up for the Union, whether that's Wenger or Maidana. I think that they need to create a couple more chances this game.
You see the bench options available as well for Jim Curtin. Still some injury issues for the Union without Fernando Aristeguieta, Michael Lahoud, Sebastian Latou, Connor Casey, and Steven Vittoria. On the DC side, they're without Michael Farfan due to injury and a couple of other notable names as well. Sean Franklin, Chris Pontius, also unavailable due to injury, and we told you they're resting players as well. First of 4 games tonight. Orlando Columbus later. Chicago Charlotte, Houston against Colorado. And tomorrow the Red Bulls and the Cosmos, Sporting Kansas City against FC Dallas, Real Salt Lake against the Portland Timbers, and another California Clasico, San Jose and the LA Galaxy. Rain really starting to come down hard here. It poured for about 20 minutes well before game time. Then it had been pleasant enough, and it just started pouring since the national anthem. And there are some weather cells in the area. There is the possibility of a lightning delay. Obviously, we would keep you posted on that as the officials keep us posted. But right now, we're going to start in heavy rain. Here's a look at DC United, so to speak. Robinson and Mishu will be the outside backs. Opare and Birnbaum will play centrally. And Coria will probably actually sit underneath Arrieta up top. Ready to go in the U.S. Open Cup round of 16 and underway between DC United, the 2013 champions, and Philadelphia Union, the 2014 runners-up. One of them will keep their Open Cup dreams alive tonight and move on to the quarterfinals. One will be done in cup play for the year. DC, of course, in white with red trim, attacking left to right toward the river end here at PPL Park. The Union in the primary navy and gold, attacking right to left toward the club end here in Chester, Pennsylvania. You can hear the rain coming down, and we can see it quite clearly, drenching everybody.
Familiar for both teams in the last game. The Union played the Montreal Impact. I think it rained 89% of the time, 89 minutes. And DC United playing against Toronto against some heavy winds this week. So both familiar with the weather conditions?
Yeah, that was some weather cell that managed to blanket Toronto and Philadelphia in the same day. There's Sapong getting a physical battle with Kofi Opare, and it gives the Union a chance for a break. Here's Maidana breaking into the penalty area. Wants to get onto his left. Continues cutting, and his shot goes wide. It was deflected, according to the officials. And the signal is for a corner kick.
Great job by Maidana just to get a chance there. They need more from him. They need better production from him, creating more scoring opportunities, and I think he did well there. Let's see if he can put in a good set piece for the Union.
It is coming down in buckets at the moment. Maidana's delivery, back post. He was looking for Sapong. DC able to deal with it. Here's Jairo Arrieta. Couldn't connect with the young Argentine Facundo Coria.
And this is what DC does best. They really sit back, they defend well, and then they counterattack. And they take advantage of when the Union are going to throw numbers forward. So the Union really have to be organized even when they're on attack.
This is Coria, and again we're told it's Coria, not Korea, despite our initial instructions to pronounce, but they checked with him very carefully, and he said not like the country, it's Coria. And so that's what we have. He's starting just underneath the lead forward, Jairo Arrieta, and he's won a free kick here. Fotis Bazakos, the referee, you see him at the left of your screen. Matthew Nelson, Eric Weisbrod, the assistants. Yaroslav Veril, the fourth official. Just underway in the round of 16. Coria will restart. Good ball in, and McCarthy reacts at the back post to claim it.
I think they needed a better serve from him there, especially with the weather conditions. Just a half chance. Might be able to do it on a night like tonight.
John McCarthy does get the call in goal for Philadelphia. Jim Curtin said Andre Blake was pushing him, now back from meniscus injury, about to go to the Gold Cup with Jamaica. But given that this would have been Blake's first game of the entire season, he didn't want to put him in that spot right away in an elimination game. So he's hoping he gets some minutes at the Gold Cup and comes back and gives him some real headaches at goalkeeper, because he'd have three pretty solid options if Blake's able to get some good minutes under his belt.
Yeah, I think it really just comes down to who the team is playing well in front of. You know, it doesn't matter who's the most talented, it's just who meshes well, who's got the chemistry, and who's feeling confident and good at that time.
DC United going with Andrew Dykstra tonight, his 6th MLS season. He's played 4 games in the league for him this year. Travis Wara, the rookie out of UNH, and a local guy, is the backup. Bill Hamid back in the capital. It's cleared away by Luke Mishu, the rookie out of Notre Dame. Ray Gaddis will track it down at the back for Philly. Good long ball, finds Wenger one-on-one against Jalen Robinson. Philly want to get Wenger going. That pass was broken up. Now Shannon Williams will cross. Maidana tried the Rabona, but wasn't very effective, and DC able to clear to Arrieta. Great ball for Miguel Aguilar, rookie out of San Francisco. Drops it off for Jared Jeffrey. Here is Jalen Robinson, second-year player out of Wake Forest and the DC Academy. That's picked off by Brian Carroll. 13th MLS season for Carroll, and of course he spent a number of those with DC. The first 5 to be exact, but since then he's scored some big goals for Philadelphia against DC. A couple in the Open Cup, 1 in the regular season as well. CJ Sapong toward the end line and will win another corner kick.
Good combination play there from the Union, just to have a little bit of patience and not force the ball in the box too early, and they get a good opportunity now with a set piece from a corner, just from patience and being able to try to break down DC United's really tough and organized defense.
Maidana to deliver again. Looking for Marquez. Dykstra beat him to the ball, punched away. Here's Eric Ayuk for the Union. Put Maidana on his right. They knew he didn't want to cross with it. Ayuk will use his right. Marquez is there. Heads it just wide. Richie Marquez still looking for that first Union goal.
Great opportunity there. I just love Ayuk out there on the flank. He's just such a flair. He gives great balls in. I think Ricky Marquez wants that one back. Be able to just put that on frame, at least make Dykstra be able to make a save.
Golden chance for Philadelphia early in this one. Do expect set pieces to be a factor. DC used 2 goals from corner kicks to beat Pittsburgh, again 3-1 in extra time 2 weeks ago, while the Union were scoreless with Rochester and had to advance on penalty kicks. Williams looking for Sapong. He was sandwiched, and Steve Birnbaum with a really good tackle to win that one for DC. Here's Marcus Halsty, one of their, maybe their biggest offseason acquisition, along with Arrieta. Birnbaum will go backward to Andrew Dykstra. Foul whistled against Jared Jeffrey. Free kick to Philadelphia.
I just love this matchup tonight. I think two teams, neither team really has a superstar in this game that they're paying millions of dollars. They don't have a Giovinco or an Altidore or, you know, a Clint Dempsey, but just 2 great hardworking teams, very defensive-minded teams. So I think this night is going to be a night of who makes the least amount of mistakes, especially defensively.
They did give the foul apparently on the far side as Mishu tangled with Eric Ayuk. That'll be a free kick for Philadelphia. Ayuk, of course, great goal on Saturday, then got a red card that left Jim Curtin fuming, and so he gets a run out, a chance to redeem himself right away in the Open Cup.
Yeah, he was pretty disappointed. We talked to him after the game. He was really pumped up about the goal, but really disappointed in himself for a really silly foul. Left his feet a little too early, left both of his feet actually. No need to, could have just kept his feet underneath of him and ushered him toward the sideline. But it's good to see a young player, and he's learning and he's gaining experience. He's playing with some veterans in there with Maidana and Noguera and Brian Carroll. So I'm excited to see the rest of his career flourish.
'18th all-time meeting between these teams in all competitions. DC United with the edge in that series. 7 wins, 6 losses, and 4 ties. So it's tight, and they've split their 2 games so far this year. Andrew Wenger had that one cut out by Opare. Adu, harassed by Arrieta, gets it away. Birnbaum intercepted that one, but it's broken up by Vincent Noguera. Playing it ahead, here's Maidana, he's offside, the flag is up, and now the whistle blows. Dykstra beat him to the ball anyway.
That play starts there with Williams trying to find Sapong in the middle, and I think already a few times he's been denied just because DC United just clogs up that center in the defense, and they just are just so organized. I think the Union are going to have to utilize their flank play a little bit more.
On Birnbaum and Opare, 6'1", 180, 6'2", 190. They can combine to do a pretty good job on CJ Sapong.
Yeah, Birnbaum's been playing some of his best soccer since he's come back from his injury, so he's going to be tough to beat tonight.
Wenger had broken off his run that messed up the timing with Nogueira, and you see the exchange there. It'll be a DC throw. There's Ben Olsen in the foreground, yelling as, well, almost always.
Ben Olsen yelling?
The rest of the league is shocked at this revelation. Couple of Pennsylvania coaches in this one. Ben Olsen from Middletown, and of course, Jim Curtin went to Villanova. Great look by Nogueira to find Eric Ayuk. Well, we're not sure exactly what that loud crack off to our right was, but if it was lightning, I think they would have told us by now, because Fotis Bazakos looked to the sideline and didn't get the signal, so apparently we're still good to go. 13th minute, no score. DC United and the Philadelphia Union meeting in the U.S. Open Cup proper for the third time in their history. They also played back when teams had to qualify from the professional level, so their fourth all-time Open Cup meeting of some sort. Again, DC with the edge 2-1 over the years. Sapong to Ayuk, tried to return the favor. Mishu intercepted. Clears only as far as Gaddis. Wenger tried to nutmeg Jalen Robinson, but he recovered and wins a throw-in for DC.
So far this first 15 minutes, the Union definitely has had better to play.
And there is the signal from Fotis Bazakos to halt this for right now after 14 minutes of the game. And again, obviously, you can see the crazy weather. Not quite similar to Saturday yet, but getting there. And apparently lightning close enough that we're going to delay this one for the moment. DC United and the Philadelphia Union in the U.S. Open Cup. We'll take a break and keep your eyes posted here. We'll let you know once we get some sort of timeline for when we can resume the game, and of course we'll bring you the rest of it in its entirety. No score after 14 minutes. Weather delay here at PPL Park. We'll step aside here in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Jonathan Yardley here at PPL Park. They have just made an announcement that fans are free to return to their seats, and the game is expected to resume in about 10 minutes. My guess is there will be a little bit of warm-up time added, so we're 10 or 15 minutes away from action in the U.S. Open Cup between DC United and the Philadelphia Union. Again, the game stopped due to weather 14 minutes in. We'll pick up from there in about 10 or 15 minutes, so hang tight. We'll come back shortly and bring you the rest of this one. DC and Philadelphia restarting in 10 to 15 minutes. Back here at PPL Park, getting set to resume U.S. Open Cup play between the Philadelphia Union and DC United. The game halted after 14 minutes due to lightning in the area. It had been pouring rain. It has stopped raining. They've been squeegeeing water off for the last 20 minutes, and they still have some more work to do. But Jill Lloyden joining me, Jonathan Yardley with you. And Jill, the grounds crew, as usual here at PPL Park, deserves serious props.
They are fantastic. I do not know how this field is so dry. I feel like we were just in a tsunami.
It was crazy out there for the duration of our delay, but again, the rain has stopped now, and the team's getting ready to resume. We should note on the out-of-town scoreboard, other Open Cup games going on. Orlando City is out to a 1-0 lead on the Columbus Crew on the first ever U.S. Open Cup goal from Kaká. Jonathan Yardley and Jill Lloyden with you from PPL Park. Two teams that have had success in this tournament before, Jill. DC again winning it 2 years ago when they were struggling in MLS play. Philadelphia going all the way to the final last year. And rain delay or no, getting through this game, getting to the quarterfinals will be a big deal for whoever wins this one.
Yeah, I think both teams are really, really looking for a win tonight. Union's going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at them tonight. They have a couple days off. Next game's not till July 11th, so I think they're going to leave everything out in the field tonight.
As Jill mentioned, Philadelphia off next weekend while DC has to play at Seattle. And I think I said Saturday earlier. It's actually Friday night at Seattle. And so a second choice lineup for DC United in a lot of spots. Philadelphia pretty much starters. As we resume here at PPL Park, the Union return the ball to Philadelphia, and here we go from the 15th, return the ball to DC, I should say. And here we go from the 15th minute on at PPL Park. Good crowd for an inclement Tuesday night, and many of them stuck around heartily as Eric Ayuk couldn't come up with that one for Philadelphia. John McCarthy restarts with Maurice Edu.
Just seeing how this game's already started out in this since the rain delay. The ball's doing a little funky stuff out in the middle of the field, so both teams just got to be wary of this bounce.
Yeah, for the great work that the grounds crew put in, there are still spots where the ball's going to get slogged down and really affect the passing game on either side. CJ Sapong for Philadelphia, splits two, tries to play it to Maidana. Ayuk was onside, and Kofi Opare tackled it away. We're waiting for a signal. Far side assistant took his time, finally gives it as a goal kick.
I think that's the right call there. But nevertheless, it's good to see CJ Sapong, Maidana, and Ayuk all touching the ball together, interplay up there, making it a little bit more unpredictable for the DC's defense.
We'll reset the lineups for you in case you're just joining us. For DC United, Andrew Dykstra in goal. The back four, Jalen Robinson on the right, Kofi Opare and Steve Birnbaum in the middle, Luke Mishu at left back. In the midfield, Miguel Aguilar on the right, Jared Jeffrey and Marcus Halsty in the middle, Connor Doyle on the left, and up front, Facundo Coria and Jairo Arrieta. For Philadelphia, John McCarthy in goal, Ray Gaddis the right back, Maurice Edu, Richie Marquez the center backs, Shannon Williams the left back, Vincent Noguera, Brian Carroll the holding midfielders, Eric Ayuk, Christian Maidana, Andrew Wenger the attacking midfielders right to left, CJ Sapong up front for Jim Curtin's Union. Here's Halsty at the halfway line, backward to Birnbaum, and all the way back to Dykstra. I'm a goalkeeper, I'm going to be very careful when electing to play the ball with my feet on a night like this, because you don't know exactly which areas of your penalty area are safe footing right now.
Minimal time on the ball, safe and simple. That would be my game plan.
That one falls back to Aguilar. He fires and missed it up top. Golden chance for DC United.
Nice little 1-2 there, but Aguilar's got to put that on frame. That's a wasted opportunity for DC United right there.
Arrieta found him running through after a couple of deflections. And the finishing touch not there for Aguilar. The rookie's played in 13 games for DC, has been dangerous, but still no goals or assists on the MLS campaign.
That's probably the best chance of the half so far, of this game so far.
Coria, Opare, and Nick De Leon scored the DC goals in the game against Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago. As we mentioned, Philadelphia came through in a scoreless tie. Maurice Edu beats Arrieta to this one.
It did take them to extra time to score those goals to gain that victory 3-1 over the Riverhounds. I think it's because they just play such great defense and they try to use that as their offense. They just wear teams down and wait for the other team to make some mistakes, capitalize on the counterattacks and set plays.
Here's Halsty, Finnish international, to Aguilar. Aguilar left-footed delivery. Arrieta got ahead to it, but no problem for John McCarthy.
Good defending by Edu right there, which I think will be good for his confidence coming in from the last couple games. A couple of mistakes in the back from him, so he's probably looking to have just a good clean night defensively, connect a lot of passes off offensively, get some confidence back.
Birnbaum and Sapong collide, and the foul whistled against CJ Sapong. Again, Fotis Bazakos, the head official tonight, and Jim Curtin thankful to see that CJ Sapong appears okay. Here's Mishu, undrafted free agent out of Notre Dame. Earned a spot with DC. He's defending now and takes a good angle to beat Eric Ayuk to the ball. Gaddis looking for the run of Brian Carroll into the penalty area. Ball goes back outside to Maidana. Got to his left foot. Sapong's header, and Andrew Dykstra reacts quickly for DC.
Great build up there. Great patience by the Union. Little 1 and 2 touch passes. Brian Carroll, great late run through that really opened up that cross. Sapong, good job to get a header on it.
See, Dykstra didn't have to dive in the end, but that's the type of play Philadelphia has been used to seeing from Sapong. 5 goals and an assist in the last 7 games. At the other end of the field, free kick for DC United and Facundo Coria.
This is when DC United really is dangerous, so the Union have to make sure that they're organized defensively on this, as well as following up any rebounds because of the weather.
2 goals on set pieces in the win over Pittsburgh for DC.
I wouldn't be surprised if he went for goal here.
Tough one at the penalty spot, and McCarthy knocked it off the post, and it stays out. Huge play for Philadelphia.
Great save by McCarthy.
Jeffrey gets a yellow card for slowing down a counter after that. But what a chance from DC. That one looked like it was behind McCarthy when he got a fingertip to it to knock it off the post. So a couple of clear chances at either end since the restart. And John McCarthy with the play of the game so far for Philadelphia to keep us scoreless. And here's a look back at it.
Great save there by McCarthy. That's such a hard ball because it's whipped in low. Good little glancing header. And he just got on it just enough to push it onto the post.
Straight red card to CJ Sapong in the 24th minute. And this is going to turn the game on its head. Sapong has been challenging the back line all night.
I'm not sure what the referee saw there.
I see a foul. I don't see a red card.
No.
But again, it all depends on how he uses the arm when he goes up. And CJ Sapong sent off in just the 24th minute.
That's really bad news for the Union.
Here's another look. So the Union down to 10 players, and right away they go into a 4-4-1 with Maidana up top, but we'll see how they adjust as this game goes on. Big chance for DC now, not playing a full-strength team, only 17 players here instead of 18, but going to play up a man for the foreseeable future.
That's really going to change how the Union plays. Not only a man down, but their go-to man as of late, scoring 5 goals in the last few games. And so Union really going to have to alter their game plan here. Maidana's going to need more touches on the ball. Wenger's going to need more touches.
Union restart quickly to Shanen Williams, and he can't track down that bounce. You can hear the boo birds there for Fotis Bizakos, the referee. He just sent off CJ Sapong in the 24th minute for a high forearm against Kofi Opare on an aerial challenge. Brian Carroll first to that second ball, wins it for Philadelphia. Maidana now playing the role of target forward and was dispossessed quickly there. Full moon emerges over the Commodore Barry Bridge. We've already seen some weirdness tonight with a weather delay and a red card, and I have a feeling we're just getting started. Aguilar plays it in low. It falls neatly, and it's blasted home by Jairo Arrieta. It only took 3 minutes after getting the man advantage for DC United to go in front.
Great ball in by Aguilar, and that's really where it starts on that right flank play.
5 goals last year for Arrieta, 5 goals this year, and now add 1 in the Open Cup. Aguilar's cross deflected at the near post, and that left all kinds of room for Jairo Arrieta.
Not really sure why he was standing all alone in the box. Adu stepped with one of the DC players, and Arrieta's right in the middle by himself, alone in the 6-yard line, it seems.
Wenger whistled for the foul there, and the Philadelphia players boiling over in frustration at the moment. And a yellow card issued. It was a little unclear to whom. I believe it's Maidana, even though Wenger had done most of the arguing. They do announce it as Maidana. We'll try and confirm that at halftime, but again, we believe it was Maidana. Oh, we've just confirmed it now. I have a crack team working with me. Well done. I don't think we need closed captioning for that chant from the River End. I think you learned that one in Little League.
Seemed like a little miscommunication there from Williams and McCarthy. I don't think McCarthy wanted that ball.
How will Philadelphia respond? Down a man, now down a goal. And if the Cards are coming out fast and furious right now, it could be a long night. Steve Birnbaum, the yellow card in the 30th minute. And now Fotis Bazakos has established a precedent of giving yellow cards at a pretty high rate, and we're only 30 minutes into this one. Jeffrey and Birnbaum from DC with yellows. Maidana from Philadelphia, and again the red card already issued to CJ Sapong.
Yeah, I think this game has the recipe for a little bit of disaster right now with the rain and the rivalry and the Open Cup pressure. Refs got to get a hold of this.
Philadelphia will send the big bodies up and let Shannon Williams hurl this one into the box. Down to 10 players. This is going to be the type of scoring chance Philadelphia gets the rest of the game. Coria knocked that one away for DC. One back by Gaddis. Wenger was offside by a wide margin, and that's on him, not the assistant referee, because Adu made eye contact with him. Wenger was standing offside and didn't get back on.
Yeah, that's got to be better there from Wenger.
Jairo Arrieta, the goal in the 27th minute that has DC United in front. Miguel Aguilar started that play with a low cross from the right. Here's Jalen Robinson attacking that same side. Wenger and Williams with him. And to Jalen Robinson's disbelief, they get a throw-in. Easily picked off by Aguilar. Jared Jeffrey, he can hit it from there, gets the ball back. Neat footwork. Coria turns to his left foot, and his last touch got away from him. Out for a goal kick.
Good little creative tic-tac passes on top of the 18, frees him up. Just that last touch gets away from him.
There's the update. I hope we didn't just spoil anything for anybody who was DVRing it, but that's the update posted for you and in the stadium here, and you can hear the fans reacting to that. Slipping and sliding through the center of the field there. Finally, the ball falls to Philadelphia. Maidana holding off Birnbaum with his back to goal. I don't know that's how he expected to be playing coming into the day, but he finds Wenger here. Tried to go early for Ayuk, and it was broken up by Opare. Robinson and Williams tangle, and the foul called against Jalen Robinson. Fotis Bazakos demonstrated what Robinson did, which was wrap up his opponent with both arms. Free kick chance for Philadelphia. Maidana looking for Adu. It's too high, but it falls in the box. Ayuk waiting for help. Wanted a handball. He's not going to get it. And the ball pops out wide. It's going to be a long night for Fotis Bazakos and crew. And maybe for the Union as well.
This is where DC is its best.
Marquez and Aguilar, and it's a great sliding tackle by Richie Marquez out for a corner kick.
Great job by Marquez. Great sliding tackle in there just to break up that.
There's a look at the handball that the Union were appealing for against Jeffrey. I'm sorry. Did hit the hand.
Seems like he got it wrong on that one.
Despite all the set pieces, it's the first corner for DC. Correa will take this one from the right. Back post headed back to Correa. Opare kept that one alive, and Brian Carroll able to clear for Philly. Nogueira, good early ball to Wenger. He has Ayuk wide open on the far side, tried to play it to him, and it was broken up by Mishu. It was the right idea, but didn't have the angle for the pass, and well defended. Carroll with the switch to bring Gaddis into play. Acres of space for him. Ayuk plays it through the area, and Andrew Dykstra didn't know who was behind him. Luckily for him, it was Mishu and DC White out for a corner.
This is better play for the Union. They're getting it up the left side, swing it out to Ayuk on the right. I think they just got to get more numbers in the box. Midfielders have to join. I know they're probably tired from defending now that they only have 10 men, but they've got to play now better box to box.
You want to get the goal now while you have fresh legs, not late. Corner kick headed, bouncing around, and Opare able to clear. Philadelphia really trying to pin DC in for the moment, again, while they still have the legs to do so. Doyle out to meet Ray Gaddis, deflects it out for a throw-in. Reminder to follow U.S. Soccer's coverage of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup on Twitter @OpenCup. Get the score updates from around the country tonight. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow @OpenCup on Twitter. Richie Marquez playing it through for the run of Wenger. Beat Birnbaum to it and fed Shanen Williams. Nice pass. Williams in the penalty area. Sneaks between two and gets it back out. Nogueira loves this spot. Gonna hit it! Diving save by Andrew Dykstra with both palms.
Yeah, Dykstra read that all the way. He had a clear look at it. I don't think Nogueira put it as far and wide as he wanted to. Easy save for Dykstra. Still, positive for the Union. Good play, good possession. Possession not only opens up and creates better percentages for them to score, but also saves their legs a little bit from having to run around and chase.
Luke Mishu whistled for the yellow, and a foul that gives Philadelphia a dangerous free kick.
They need to create something off these set pieces. They've had so many so far this first half. They need to get a chance on goal.
Looking for Ayuk at the back post. And it was too tall for the young Cameroonian.
Of all the targets on the Union, I wouldn't pick Ayuk first.
You ever dreamed of camping on the field or watching a movie on the big screen at PPL Park? Now's your chance with the U Camp Out, presented by Acme on Saturday, July 11th. Camp Out includes a ticket to the match, a movie, a wake-up call from Union trainer Kevin Miller, and a continental breakfast for only $45. Limited space available. Purchase today for the Camp Out, PhiladelphiaUnion.com/tickets. And you saw the score while I was giving you the information about that. That is good news from Montreal. With former U.S. national team goalkeeper Jill Lloyden, I'm Jonathan Yardley. Glad you could join us from PPL Park in the U.S. Open Cup round of 16 tonight. DC United leading on a Jairo Arrieta goal. Philadelphia playing with 10 men after CJ Sapong was red carded. Antoine Hopino, the only true forward available on the Philadelphia bench, and I don't think he's even 60 minutes fit necessarily right now, so that is one reason Maidana's staying in up top. They've also been reasonably effective. Here it's left for Nogueira. Poked away at the top of the penalty area. Adu wants Maidana, uses him, keeps going. Here's Maurice Adu. Plays it low, wide, deflected by DC and out for a corner.
Ironically, this is the best I've seen the Union look attacking so far this season. Even with 10 men, they've really stepped it up. They really want to win this game, and they're getting a lot of chances through their possession.
Fifth corner, headed out by Birnbaum. Arrieta did well to hold that one up using his chest, but couldn't connect with a teammate. Here's Ayuk. One-on-one against Halsey, who forced him backward. Great switch by Nogueira. Maidana against Mishu, who's on a yellow now. Chipped pass, headed out by Halsey. Now Maidana gets players on side, looks for him. Bobbles around, and DC able to clear. They might have numbers. Correa on the run, I should say. Williams able to close him down. And fouls him, caught him on the heel. It's just going to be a free kick.
Good job by Williams to get in front of him and slow him down. I don't think he needs to foul there. He just keeps his feet and let his teammates get back behind the ball. On that previous play, though, Nogueira switched that ball all the way to Maidana. I love that connection. I want to see more of that tonight. They just play so well off of each other. Maidana serves. He's got to get a little bit better service into the box, though. Give his guys a chance to put something on frame.
Maurice Adu got away with a veteran shove there, and it worked out for Philadelphia. Arrieta and Gaddis continue to jaw behind the play. Ayuk against Jalen Robinson, onto the right foot. Andrew Dykstra bobbled it, that's been his problem, but DC able to clear. The offside flag was up anyway. Wenger's touch was what resulted in the offside flag. I don't think they were going to call it on the initial shot.
Ayuk's definitely winning that 1v1 battle over there with Robinson. I think he needs to continue to go 1v1.
Yeah, they've switched sides over the last couple of minutes, he and Wenger. DC going to try and settle down a bit here, late first half. They're up 1-0. They're up a man, but I'm serious. They're trying to settle down a little bit because Philadelphia has been dangerous over the last 5 to 10 minutes. Here's Arietta, nobody within 15 yards of him, but he uses a 16-yard header to find Coria. Aguilar against Williams. Aguilar into the penalty area, played it low, and Maurice Adu with a key tackle because Arietta was hanging out in space at the back post.
Better play from DC there.
Second corner for DC United. Facundo Coria, back post. John McCarthy will handle that. Maidana to Wenger. Maidana made a good run and didn't get the ball, and he keeps going like, I don't have any more of those in me. Coria's got plenty of runs in him. He's on his non-preferred right, wants to get back to that left, and Adu stood him up.
Great job by Adu right there, just to cover, win that 1v1 battle. Last game against Montreal, one that he didn't win, so that's a big one for him tonight.
Maidana does make another run off of Wenger, and this time he gets the ball. Brings it back to Shanen Williams. Approaching halftime in Chester, Pennsylvania, with DC United up 1-0. Noguera flighted out to Maidana, but overhit this time. Out for a United throw-in.
You can see Brian Carroll wants more numbers around the ball defensively. Less running, more numbers around the ball, congest it, win it higher up on the pitch. Conserve those legs with just under those men.
USsoccer.com is your source for full coverage of the 2015 Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. You can also follow coverage of the tournament, again, on Twitter at Open Cup, the handle. 1 minute of stoppage time to be played at the end of this first half. We're into it now. Jeffrey going to try the long switch for Connor Doyle, who's been quiet in this game. Gaddis able to head back to McCarthy.
Doyle has been quiet, I think, because DC's really attacked up the right flank most of this first half through Robinson and Aguilar. Doing a great job and really utilizing that right flank, getting some good services in, a couple great chances, and not only just the goal, but a couple good chances.
Mishit long ball by Adu falls to Andrew Dykstra. DC just trying to see out the half. And that will do it on our first 45 minutes at PPL Park. The booing is for the officials because both teams gave a good account of themselves in the first half. DC United out in front has been dangerous at the river end, but Philadelphia owned the last 10 or 15 minutes, even down to 10 players. And Jim Curtin came to approach the officials, and he's getting a walk and talk with Fotis Bazakos at the moment. Final thoughts on the first half, Joe?
I think the Union need to keep pressing like they were, defensively higher, winning the ball in good areas. They really have to take advantage of those set pieces. DC United, if I'm DC United, I want to keep the ball, make the Union run, continue to utilize that flank play, maybe get another goal for them.
All right, DC United 1, Philadelphia Union nothing at halftime. We'll take a break of about 10 minutes. Keep it here on the stream. We'll come back with first half highlights, out-of-town scores, And of course, the second half, 45 minutes in the books. DC United 1, Philadelphia Union nothing. You're watching the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
My journey started like so many young soccer players, probably around the age 4 or 5 years old, playing locally in Philadelphia in the suburbs. You know, working my way through a lot of hours on the training field, some battles in the backyard with my brother, my parents driving me all over the country, sacrificing a lot. You know, played through high school and worked my way to a college scholarship at Villanova. From there, I had a great mentor in Larry Sullivan who taught me what it was like to be a pro. Was able to be fortunate enough to get drafted by the Chicago Fire. At that stage of the journey, I was literally sitting in a finance class at Villanova when I found out I was selected, so there wasn't the big to-do like there is now on ESPN where they cover the draft. So I made a decision. Bob Bradley was on the phone. I literally answered the call in a finance class, and it was kind of a moment of my journey where I had to make a big decision, and I chose to take the risk and go down to preseason with them in Florida. Wound up making the team and played 7 years there, and then 3 in Los Angeles, and you know, now I've transitioned into coaching. So it wasn't even at the end of the career that I decided I wanted to be a coach. I knew probably my second year as a player in Chicago. Bob Bradley was our coach there at the time. And he created an environment where we all challenged each other day in and day out. And if you look at that old roster, I think it's like 15 or 16 guys now that are coaching in the league. It was a whirlwind, you know. I got an opportunity as the interim that I took a hold of and didn't want to give away, you know. So it was an honor to be the head coach in my hometown. This is where I'm from, so it means a lot to me. It's special. Giving back and mentoring young players is something that was always close to me, and giving them some knowledge and tutelage to take from the game and grow and then start their journey as players as well. I am a AAA member. They bailed me out recently with a flat tire going over the bridge on 95. I ran over a muffler and it sliced up my tire good. AAA was there in a second, so you know, that's a different pathway that I went down, a pathway of a flat tire. So they bailed me out in a tough spot.
AAA is proud to support parents of all young athletes on their journey. Start your journey at AAA.com.
Stand for blue. For tickets, visit PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
We don't give up. We don't quit. We keep going. Day in, day out. We fight on. Why? Because we are champions. Be a champion.
I'm a local exclusive financial representative for Allstate.
We help our clients build their dreams.
I love tapping into the hundreds of different options from various companies to customize a plan for someone's future.
There are so many ways to help people and so many people to help.
From someone in their 20s who is setting up a Roth IRA for the first time,
to someone who is rolling over their retirement account after working for 30 years. We get to help everyone.
I'm Ron Williford.
I'm Tony Payone.
And we put people's futures in good hands.
History is important because it shows where you're coming from and where you're going. Type 2 diabetes is something that runs in my family, which means I'm at risk. In fact, 1 in 3 American adults are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And knowing this, if I do nothing, that family history becomes my family's future. And my family is too important to me for that. Take the risk factor assessment today at AskScreenNo.com.
for blue. For tickets, visit PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
Introducing the 2015 Philadelphia Union Season Ticket Membership Card. Your card comes loaded with all your Union home tickets and is used to earn reward points for unique prizes. You can also use your membership card to purchase merchandise and concessions throughout PPL Park, as well as gain access to the Stadium Club after each home game. With the Union Season Ticket Membership Card, you no longer have to worry about individual tickets for each game. We've conveniently loaded it onto one card for each seat on your account. All you have to do is scan your card like a regular ticket while entering PPL Park. Can't attend a match and want to give your tickets to a friend? You can transfer your tickets for free by logging into your account manager on PhiladelphiaUnion.com. Earning reward points with your membership card is easy. The easiest way is by simply coming to the home games. Arriving early, spending Union dollars, or watching the Union on TV during away matches can earn you additional bonus points. You can even earn points when the Union win. Throughout the season, these reward points will earn you invites to exclusive events and experiences, including a chance to meet the team, upgrade your seats for the following year, and even a chance to play on the field at PPL Park. Want to get your hands on merchandise or game-worn apparel? We've got you covered. You can use your reward points during auctions throughout the season to bid on some cool Union gear. Your season ticket card can also get you discounts on game day. Loading Union dollars onto your card is all it takes to get 10% off at the Union shop or concession stands around PPL Park. These dollars never expire, and for every dollar you spend, you receive a matching number of reward points. The party doesn't stop at the final whistle with your membership card. Head up to the Stadium Club post-game, where season ticket members get access to great food, drinks, and entertainment after every match. Just present your card at the door and you're in. All of these fantastic benefits packed into one card. So what are you waiting for? Contact a Union Fan Services representative today. The Union Season Ticket Membership Card, where the U reward you.
Back here at PPL Park, 1-0 DC United as we get ready for the second half. And a first half that included a delay in the 15th minute due to weather. We got to look at the highlights between the Union and DC United, meeting for the third time this season with a spot in the quarterfinals on the line. John McCarthy had to deal with a bunch of DC set pieces in the rain, including this early one that was headed on goal. At the other end, Andrew Dykstra having to deal with the conditions, again, on set pieces. That was one of Philadelphia's best looks. Richie Marquez heading wide.
He's got to get that on frame in the second half.
And then, yep, we had a delay due to the weather. And eventually the rain stopped. We restarted. And John McCarthy with that key stop.
Great save here by McCarthy. Great read just to get his fingertip on, push it right onto the post.
Miguel Aguilar, Jared Jeffries getting an assist for this because the replay shows that he laid the ball back for Jairo Arrieta to put DC in front.
Marquez just getting caught out of position there. No cover for Adu once Jeffrey gets that touch.
This was a play that Philadelphia thought should have given them a penalty kick, a handball not called, and then Vincent Noguera denied by Andrew Dykstra trying to curl one to the back post. Philadelphia really, even with 10 players, dominated the last 10 or 15 minutes of the first half. Eric Ayuk also putting Dykstra under some pressure there. And here are the numbers. Shots pretty even. The big number, the red card to Philadelphia. The goal, obviously, for DC. We'll take a short break, come back with the second half action in the U.S. Open Cup. DC 1, Philadelphia nothing at the half.
Stand for blue. For tickets, visit PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
The Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, the round of 16. Philadelphia and DC. Here we go in the second half. DC United up a goal, up a man as we begin play in the second half. No changes for either team that we've seen yet at the break. As Philadelphia starts on the attack in the second half, going toward the river end and their most vociferous fans. Eric Ayuk's cross blocked by Luke Mishu, and DC able to clear. Early foul call, and we saw that rash of yellow cards, 4 yellows and a red, all within 15 minutes of each other in the first half. And right now, those are the decisive moments. As the red card to CJ Sapong led to Jairo Arrieta's opening goal.
Could work in the Union's favor since Birnbaum and Mishu, both defenders, have yellow cards, so maybe have to play a little bit cautious in the second half.
Birnbaum, Mishu, and Jeffrey for DC, Maidana for Philadelphia. It did rain really hard for about 3 minutes during halftime and then stopped again, but clearly there are systems in the area, so we wouldn't be surprised to see some more inclement weather in this second half. Here's Aguilar on the right. Jeffrey was trying to get into the penalty area, and instead the ball goes backward to Jalen Robinson. Now Marcus Halsty switches to Mishu.
This is good play here by DC United. Probably about 15 passes so far. Went up the right, came across, out to the left. Now opening up a little bit of space for Arrieta to receive the ball. But this is good if they want to try to kill this game off just to keep possession. They're up a man, wait for their opportunities until they pull the Union out, and then really exploit the space that the Union leave.
This is Jeffrey. Inside for Coria. He is all left foot. Finally uses his right, as I say that, of course. And Marquez was able to clear it initially. Now Coria called for the foul. On the out-of-town scoreboard, 3 other games in U.S. Open Cup play tonight. Orlando City has a 2-0 lead on the Columbus Crew late at the Citrus Bowl. Kaká and Carlos Rivas with goals in the first half. I'm told Rivas' goal was spectacular. 2-0 Orlando in front. And at Toyota Park in Bridgeview, Illinois, they're still in the first half in this one, but the Charlotte Independents, first-year team from USL, leads the Chicago Fire 1-0. Thomas Zahorski with a goal just 5 minutes in to put the Independents in front in that one. Houston and Colorado yet to start at BBVA Compass Stadium. Again, you can follow all the U.S. Open Cup action on Twitter at Open Cup. Right here, Jairo Arrieta, the game's only goal, but DC trying to add to it right now. Mishu has Coria at the back post. Wants to go end line. Edu was never going to allow that. And it's a goal kick for Philadelphia. And they want to restart quickly with Mishu's spot taken up by Connor Doyle. But with 10, not really enough time for Philadelphia to take advantage of that. Winner of this one gets either the New York Red Bulls or the New York Cosmos in the quarterfinals. The winner of that gets one of Chicago, Charlotte, Orlando, or Columbus in the semis. And would have the edge as far as hosting goes, although none of that is finalized until each round's matchups are announced. Richie Marquez steps forward for Philadelphia, second-year player out of Division III school, University of Redlands in California. Gaddis gets the ball back from Edu. Good understanding between those two. Now uses Eric Ayuk. Playing it early. Wenger hit both posts and couldn't convert. He is absolutely snake-bitten this season. Unbelievable miss.
Great combination play with Gaddis and Ayuk. Ayuk is just one-track minded. He gets the ball, he goes 1v1, slides a great ball across to Wenger, and Wenger is just unable to finish this. He couldn't get any more unlucky today and this season. But that's what the Union have to do. They have to continue plugging up that right side of the field. Gaddis and Ayuk, loving that relationship tonight, looking great. Ayuk's got to just keep going 1v1, getting balls across. Union have to get more players in the box, and they've got to finish.
You can't even criticize him. I mean, that's just pure unluck. That shot right at John McCarthy. I've seen both posts hit on the same shot only a couple of times. That was spectacular. Wenger now in his 20th game this season. No goals after he scored 7 last year just in MLS play and had I think 3 in Open Cup play as well. He's got a great first touch here to get him into the penalty area. Back to Maidana. Ayuk and Connor Doyle doing some good defensive work for DC. And Wenger was offside, and it'll be a free kick for DC.
Right before that shot, I was going to say, I wonder if Coach Critton is going to make a sub soon and maybe put someone in for Wenger.
He's been pretty good tonight.
Yes.
It's just that final touch that hasn't been there. He's got a couple of assists over this last 10-game period where Philadelphia has really shown improvement. And you get the feeling once the first goal comes for Andrew Wenger, there may be more to follow, but boy, is it tough for him to find that first one right now. Nogueira caught Coria late there. We play advantage, says Fotis Bazakos. Here's Arrieta. Aguilar. Mishit that one. It's picked off by Vincent Nogueira, but he can't find anybody wearing blue and gold. Birnbaum floats a switch. Gaddis and Doyle go up for it. Doyle has a big height advantage there and won it well. Halsey under some pressure, gave it away to Maidana. And he wasn't able to turn with it as both Nogueira and Gaddis joined Ihook in the attack. So Corey is now wide open at the back post. DC can't find him though, and it's out for a goal kick. McCarthy takes it early.
You can see Ben Nelson down on the sideline. I think he's saying, give it and get it, give it and get it, keep it moving. 1 and 2 touch.
Ben's going full tracksuit tonight so that he can run up and down along with his players. Ihook a chance to run against Mishu again. Got by Jeffrey. I think Gaddis thought a foul was going to be whistled and lost the ball in the process. But Philly still has it.
Ihook does a good job of going 1v1, but he needs support around him in those areas of the field. Not until he gets in the attacking third do they want to clear space and let him go 1v1.
Good 1-2 here. Shannon Williams has Ihook in the middle of the area. Eric Ihook ties the game for Philadelphia. With 10 men, Ihook trying to make up for his red card on Saturday, ties it up.
Ball in by Maidana here. Williams just gets his head up and Ihook's all by himself just to finish that home. Great ball by Williams.
Great run by Shannon Williams. We've seen him get more involved with the attack lately, and that run is the play of the game. Obviously, Maidana's pass to find him, and Ihook's finish make up the play that tie us 1-1 here in the round of 16.
Ihook's been one of the best players on the pitch for the Union tonight, so it's only fitting that he gets that goal. Well deserved. Good hard work so far in the first 56 minutes of this game.
He had set up Wenger for the chance 5 minutes earlier. Gets one of his own and puts it away. How does this swing the momentum? DC still up a man. The red card to CJ Sapong way back in the 24th minute, but Philadelphia has had really good attacking moments since. DC with numbers here, though. Jared Jeffrey. Arrieta, Aguilar. Carroll with the tackle. Mishu curls it wide.
Good opportunity there for DC United. I think with the man up, Mishu's being free now to attack more and get more involved in the attack, keeping the ball in the attacking third. It's a good little chance there by DC.
We get word from Illinois that Mike McGee has scored for Chicago late in the first half to tie that game 1-1 with the Charlotte Independents. That is our score, 58th minute at PPL Park. You knew this wouldn't be a simple second half. That was what the talk was at halftime, was we had so much drama and so many strange things in that first half. You felt there was more to come.
And only expect more of this last 30 minutes of this game.
They're getting their money's worth tonight at PPL Park. Now you're down to 10 men, Jill, if you're Philadelphia. The specter of 30 minutes of extra time looms, of course. How do you handle your subs in this one? You don't want to use them too early. You don't want to use them too late and let your team get broken down. How do you approach that?
Yeah, well, right now, the Union obviously gaining some momentum with scoring that goal. I would keep things the same right now and just ask the guys to keep the ball a little bit more, which is going to help them on both sides of the ball. I'd maybe put in someone who can keep the ball, good technical player up top. Once their outside midfielders probably get tired of running. Definitely got to save one for overtime, though.
Great touch by Maidana to start this. Gaddis gets it to Ayuk. Maidana tried to draw Birnbaum into that tackle, but the DC defender ended up winning it. Noguera loves that flighted ball, picks out Ayuk with Maidana ahead of him. Wenger making the run. Can't direct his shot on target with a defender draped all over him. But Philadelphia, even with 10 players, has given this a go.
Ayuk again, starting in attack. Maidana, good little ball in. Wenger, I think, has got to hit that near post. There's no shot back post, two defenders there, goalkeeper there. Got to hit it near post. Get it on frame with a night like tonight. It's raining. You never know what could happen.
Well, you can hear it, and I'm guessing you can see it. It's raining again, hard, at PPL Park. We told you things were going to keep getting a little bit crazier as this night goes on, and that is certainly the truth so far. Ayuk again. He and Maidana have worked out a good understanding. Mishu able to read that one and go backward to Dykstra. Took a touch there and got rid of it. Great ball by Maidana. Williams into the area, and he couldn't bring it down. Noguera is still down for Philadelphia after he and Jared Jeffrey collided. And so DC has numbers up. Doyle is sneaking in at the back post. Instead, Arrieta drops it off as Noguera is now on his feet. Gaddis and Ayuk seem to be the Union's outlet at the moment. And Shannon Williams with that work rate and offensive threat on the other side.
This little triangle of Gaddis, Maidana, Ayuk's really causing trouble for the DC back line.
Here's Ayuk, and now Gaddis joins the attack. Everybody's got to pick and choose his moment when to go, and so far the Union have done so wisely. It's Williams' turn once again. He may get more than his fair share. Couldn't find anybody, though, on that cross.
Poor service in, especially because the Union dedicated 3 numbers into the 18. He's got to do a better job of getting that across.
1-1 in the round of 16 at PPL Park. Philadelphia down a man since a red card in the 24th minute. DC United took the lead shortly after, and the Union fought back and have tied it up through Eric Ayuk here in this second half. Maidana kept that moving. Now Carroll, Noguera, and Shannon Williams. Wenger made a run over the top. Noguera opts for Maidana. Ayuk couldn't find Maidana that time. It turns over for Doyle and DC. Marcus Halsty has Jairo Arrieta flaring out wide. Carries it himself, uses Miguel Aguilar. He tried to find Arrieta, but it was off target, and this crowd starting to feel something for Philadelphia.
I'd like to see DC United just be a little bit more patient. I think they're giving the ball away too easily and they're attacking third, especially because they're working so hard to win the ball back.
Speaking of giveaways, though, Moe Do trouble with that one. Coria for DC. His cross blocked out by Gaddis. Now again, DC United scored twice from corner kicks against Pittsburgh. This will be their third of the day. Jared Jeffries' delivery. John McCarthy, a slight bobble, but clutches it out near the penalty spot. Reminder that USsoccer.com is your source for full coverage of the 2015 Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. You can follow coverage of the tournament on Twitter with the hashtag or the handle @OpenCup. Coria with some space. Dribbles Adu, but Marquez picked him up. Now Aguilar. Broken up by Wenger, helping back defensively for Philadelphia. Union play out with Maidana.
Great defending in that last play. I don't think we give Maurice Adu enough credit sometimes as center back. It's a less glamorous position as what he's used to playing in the midfield. But great job to slow up the DC's attack, and Marquez is in great position to cover, as well as Williams.
Fourth official got the numbers wrong on the substitution. Chaco Maidana thought he was coming out, but his day is not over, and a sarcastic round of applause. A frustrated Andrew Wenger leaves the game, and you feel for him after his effort hit both posts before caroming out.
This is a great substitution. This is a sub that I wanted to see Jim Curtin make. Love Fabinho out there. He provides great service. The way he's been playing this season has been amazing. Really reminiscent of like a Dani Alves for Barca. But his services are fantastic.
Fabinho, part of Philadelphia's three-headed attack at outside back, and Jim Curtin had been working them 2 games on, 1 game off, rotating through the spots, but he needs Fabinho in midfield here, so it is Shannon Williams staying at left back. Fabinho straight swap for Wenger at left midfield. And that sub again in the 67th minute, the first by either team tonight.
Probably see a little bit of interchange between Fabinho and Williams, overlapping run, working together. They obviously both play outside back, so look for that little combination play up the left side.
Marcus Halsey directing traffic for DC United. Inside for Jeffrey with some space. Jared Jeffrey can hit it from here, and he drives it wide.
Good chance there for Jeffrey. The Union's got to step when he gets into shooting range much quicker than that. That's a good look at target.
We've seen him score from this kind of range before in MLS. Now Jared Jeffrey's third MLS season, and he's seen less playing time each year, unfortunately for him, as DC has gotten better and better, but trying to take advantage of his minutes. Does again have the assist on the opening goal tonight. That one's too tall for Eric Ayuk. Jalen Robinson, the DC right back. Good first touch off his chest. Finds Aguilar inside. Running at the Philadelphia defense. Shoots it himself. And John McCarthy equal to the task.
This is a good look for DC United. I think Aguilar's got to put that a little bit more to the corner, but it's good that he's getting more touches on the ball. DC has found success with him on the ball, so getting him more touches. He's been relatively quiet the second half.
It is a final at the Citrus Bowl. Orlando City 2, Columbus nothing. So take out your bracket and pencil in, or pen in now at this point, Orlando in the quarterfinals. They'll play either Charlotte or Chicago. That's off the hand of Mishu. It wasn't intentional. And so we play on. Played in low. Edu reacted late. Arrieta trying to turn in the box. Gets a shot off. McCarthy knocks it away with one hand. And didn't give up the corner. Knocks it out for a throw.
Great play by McCarthy there, especially to get up so quickly and usher that out of bounds for a throw in and not a corner. Maurice Adu's got to do better with that clearance, though, not give DC United a second chance at frame.
Good defending by Shannon Williams to win the ball for Philadelphia. Marquez under some pressure here, but gets it away. Fabinho runs out of real estate, but keeps the ball with a throw-in. 72nd minute, 1-1. Philadelphia playing with 10 men since the 24th minute. And they've still managed to create enough chances to first stay in the game and then finally tie it in the 56th minute.
20 minutes left in this match, and DC United still hasn't made a substitution. Be curious to see who they put in and when.
And they're still sitting deep, even up a player. Is that kind of trapping Philadelphia into running itself out, or is that just the way they play?
I think that's the way they play. I think all year they've kind of sat back and played good, organized defense, clogging up the middle and waiting for those counterattack opportunities as well as set plays.
They have to defend Eric Ayuk here. Top of the box, Maidana. Not a lot of focal points of the attack for Philadelphia, with Sapong red-carded, Wenger out of the game. And here's a chance for DC. Coria wanted the early ball for Arrieta. Awkward spin, and Arrieta pushes Adu, who's able to chest it back to John McCarthy.
It's tougher than it looks sometimes as a goalkeeper. You're not sure the flight of the ball could get stuck in the lights as well as the bounce. It's good heads-up play by Adu. Even when he gets pushed in the back, could have been a foul.
Neat move by Ayuk to go between the legs of Mishu, and he got the foul call right where his footing went out, just wide of the sideline. And again, Mishu's on a yellow, so he's going to have to be careful going up against Ayuk. Maidana in some space for the Union. Opare showing him left foot, but Maidana can't take advantage, drives it up toward the stands.
Not sure where DC's midfield was on that play. One throw and beat an entire line.
It's safe to say Ben Olsen's wondering the same thing. Both teams warming up substitutes. Philly's off to our right, and DC's well off to our left. 3 substitutions left for United, 2 for the Union. Fabinho exchanges passes with Maidana, wants the early ball for Ayuk. Mishu dealt with it for DC. Halsty goes early. Arrieta's onside. McCarthy comes out, heads into the middle of the field. Philly hasn't won it or cleared it yet. Halsty steps forward. Really good positioning by Brian Carroll, and he gets the foul call.
John McCarthy looking like Manuel Neuer. Coming out and heading that out.
Yeah, I think Jim Curtin was okay with that one.
Yeah.
Jim Curtin up at the edge of his technical area, demonstrating with his hand for a yellow card. It's not coming. Steve Birnbaum won that one for DC. Jalen Robinson tries to start the attack. This is Coria on the far side. Had that one bobble up on him at the last minute. It'll be a goal kick for Philadelphia.
DC is so good at being patient in defense, and then as soon as they win it, they find that long pass. They really get out of pressure, and they get a chance. Yes, it was only a half chance, but still good chance from good defending.
I've got John McCarthy with 4 saves tonight. He might officially have more. The hero in the Open Cup shootout 2 weeks ago. What role will he remember from this night? Second ball falls to DC. Fabinho working hard, but it stays with United. This is Jeffrey to Robinson. And this is the first time I can remember in some time that everybody's been in this half of the field. perhaps legs starting to wear on the Union, and Jim Curtin is getting ready to go to his bench. Adu with a good step. He didn't win it cleanly, and the foul call called on Jairo Arrieta. Five of Philadelphia's last 6 Open Cup games have gone to extra time, so we shouldn't be surprised by this score, and you shouldn't either.
Still a lot of time to play, though.
Fabinho, Maidana, great 1-2. Fabinho, top shelf to put Philly in front. Spectacular finish from Fabinho, the substitute, to put Philly in front.
Great little 1-2 pass there with Maidana, and he puts it perfectly right above goalkeeper Dijkstra in the top of the net right there. Perfect.
Look at his eyes. He looked across at Ayuk to make Dijkstra think about the pass before shooting it near post.
I mean, he's known for whipping those crosses in, not really scoring himself, but right there the selfishness paid off. That was an excellent goal.
What a moment for Fabinho and for the Union.
Makes Jim Curtin look like a genius there.
Philadelphia making their second substitution following the goal. Zach Pfeffer on for Christian Maidana. I guess Zach Pfeffer's playing forward. Union with 10 players have come from behind to lead DC United 2-1. It's going to be a crazy last 10 minutes plus stoppage time at PPL Park.
This has got to feel good for the Union. They go down 1-0. Come back, 2 phenomenal goals. And they were a long time coming. Pressing, whipping balls in the box.
It's only going to keep feeling good if they can hold out. And we'll see what kind of pressure DC throws on. They've got all 3 subs available to them. Williams with a missed header there. And it'll be a DC corner. DC subs, by the way, back to front. Chris Korb, Taylor Kemp, Perry Kitchen, Chris Rolfe, and Luis Silva. Obviously, the last 2 are the biggest game changers for DC, Rolfe and Silva. Correa's corner. Looking for Birnbaum. His header hit Marquez, and that shot through distance blocked by the Union.
Looks like Rolfe's getting ready to go in.
Marquez heads away again. This is Pfeffer with his first touch. Can't hold it. Looking for Opare. Second ball falls to Jalen Robinson. Opare and Adu chase this to the corner. Adu wins it. Ayuk's clearance, though, sliced. Aguilar with a missed touch, and Fabinho's off to the races. He's going to go for the spectacular, and he mishit it. Andrew Dijkstra will collect.
That's not what the Union need right there. They need to keep the ball. They've got 10 men. They're winning. There's less than 10 minutes left. They do not need to be doing extra things like that. Just keep the ball.
Jeffrey moves it forward with much more urgency now, as you would expect. Incredible drama at PPL Park. Second half goals from Eric Ayuk and Fabinho, giving Philadelphia, with 10 players since the 24th minute, the lead. Here comes Chris Rolfe for DC United. First sub made by Ben Olsen. And Jeffrey, a holding midfielder, off. Rolfe, an attacking midfielder, on. There's Rolfe. Coria out to Jalen Robinson. Just loops one in there. Headed out by Gaddis. Rocket off the crossbar. Marcus Halsty almost responded in spectacular fashion.
Wow, Halsty's been great all night just keeping the ball for DC, but there, that half chance he takes, phenomenal strike. Almost the goal for them.
We thought Connor Doyle scored DC's goal of the year on Wednesday. He almost got topped in the same week.
And you can see the difference that Rolfe's already made in this game.
Whoa.
He's come in, provided a spark, connected a few passes, and that's really where that opportunity came from.
Doyle whistled for the foul. And Ayuk will try and milk the clock here. Doyle may finally get a yellow, as DC also want to make a sub at the same time. Yep, they're counting out persistent infringement. It is a yellow card to Doyle in the 84th minute. Meanwhile, Luis Silva comes on to replace Coria in the 84th minute as well. So Silva, Rolfe, and Arrieta all in the game for DC, with 6 minutes and change to play.
This is a good sub for DC United. Silva coming off one of his top couple performances in the last few games for DC since he's come back from his injury.
DC United second substitution. Now out on the bench is number 20.
Nogueira basically told everybody from both teams what he was going to do with that free kick, and he was able to connect the pass anyway. Pfeffer to Ayuk. Jitterbugging, gets to his right, faked out two defenders. Finally tried to play it in and didn't get the deflection. It's a goal kick.
That's good from Ayuk. He's definitely learning from experience. I think in the Seattle game, Coach Curtin and the rest of this place was screaming their lungs out because Ayuk was still trying to score with a 1-0 lead in the last few minutes of the game. So right there, he's just trying to kill some of the clock.
Connor Doyle at the other end, chance to cross low and deflected right to John McCarthy. That was Adu who got a piece of that, and then looks at his teammates and points to his head. Be smart. The thinking for the Philadelphia captain. 86th minute. Birnbaum called for the foul. He can't believe it. You can see what Fabinho thinks of it, and Fotis Bazakos doesn't quite share that opinion. (2-1) here, 2-1 outside of Chicago, where Lavelle Palmer has put the Chicago Fire in front of the Charlotte Independents. Right here, the goal scorers: Arrieta for DC in the first half, Ayuk and Fabinho for Philadelphia in the second. Rolfe coming very deep to get the ball. Now out wide for the left back, Mishu. Trying to go top of the box. Adu headed it away, but the second ball won by Opare for DC. Here's Luis Silva. Aguilar, left-footed ball in, looking for Rolfe. And with Gaddis there, they both let it run out for a goal kick. John McCarthy taking his sweet time with this. I predict he will get a yellow before the game ends.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He won't mind one bit
Nope.
if the score holds. 88th minute to see who goes on to the quarterfinals. Philadelphia down to 10 for better than 60 minutes, trying to hold on. Connor Doyle to Luis Silva. That'll work. Long switch looking for Aguilar. Birnbaum was actually the one to whom it fell. He tried to connect with Aguilar and couldn't. Good pass by Fabinho to find Nogueira in the center circle. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to play in Chester. Ayuk trying to hold off Mishu, gets the foul call. That's a little gamesmanship. Ayuk against Mishu again. Philly throw.
The Union's looking like a very mature team at this point, late in the game, trying to kill this one off.
Jim Curtin and Mike Sorber waving Fabinho back into a more defensive posture.
He scored a goal. Now he thinks he's a forward.
You've got your spectacular moment, son. We near stoppage time at PPL Park.
3 minutes, that's a lot of time.
We're into it now. Philadelphia clinging to a 2-1 lead. Bad tackle there by Birnbaum. He and Nogueira both go down. Birnbaum, who's on a yellow, I thought committed the worst bit of that. And that's going to add to our stoppage time. Philadelphia hoping it doesn't add to their injury woes. That looked from here pretty bad. Nogueira back to his feet, as is Birnbaum.
Any injuries right now, the Union, that's the last thing in the world they need right now. Especially with this break coming up. They'll hopefully be getting 4 of their players back from injury.
We're into the 2nd minute of stoppage time, but again, we might go past 3 after that delay. Arrieta for DC. His pass right to Brian Carroll, but it stays with United. Aguilar. They really haven't been able to find either Rolfe or Silva very often since coming on. Opare out to Mishu. Right-footed cross, chested down by Silva, loose in the box, and John McCarthy smothers it.
Another little half chance there, but doesn't seem to bother McCarthy too much.
He connects with Pfeffer, but Pfeffer is offside, and DC will restart. We've had 2 minutes of 3 minutes of announced stoppage time, but again, we may well go over. Halsty hits it long, looking for Opare and Birnbaum there together. Runs to Connor Doyle. His cross blocked out, corner kick for DC United. Their last gasp, Dykstra and everybody in white up into the penalty area. 92:30 on the clock. The corner, back post. Headed down, but well wide. And Philadelphia seconds away from an improbable comeback win. What a lift this would be. The Open Cup rejuvenated Philadelphia's season in 2014. Can it do likewise in 2015? The Union into the corner. Full time in Philadelphia. Down a man, down a goal. The Union score twice in the second half, and they're on to the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open Cup yet again. What a night for the Philadelphia Union. Epic night for the Union in the Open Cup. Jill, it's one that DC is going to want to forget about. They brought 17 players. They're clearly more focused on Friday's league game against Seattle, despite wanting to win tonight. Philadelphia, it meant more to them, and that showed in the second half.
Yeah, they were relentless. They were committed, even though they had 10 men, they were down a goal. They were committed, they looked very, very good. Some great individual performances, good little triangle passes on this right flank. Really exploited this right flank. Good services in the box. Great finish from Fabinho. Good overall performance for the Union.
We're joined by Union head coach Jim Curtin. Jim, can you hear us okay?
Got you guys, yeah.
Hey, I mean, congratulations, first of all. What's your first reaction after the way that second half and the whole game played out?
Right, well, the Open Cup special for a reason. There's crazy weather, the delays seem to happen all the time at this stadium, but, difficult call goes against us in the 25th minute. I think our guys grinded and stuck to the task and, scored 2 goals down a man, which was very, very special for us. So, showed a lot of character in the win.
Jim, down a man, down a goal at halftime. What did you say to the guys in the locker room?
Yeah, we were still creating some chances and had them pinned in a little bit. Obviously they were resting some guys. We knew they had a lot of young guys on the field that maybe weren't used to the full 90 minutes. And, as the game went on, we thought that maybe our legs and our fitness would carry us through. Fortunately, we were able to get the 2 goals.
The wide play you got from Williams and Ayuk, in particular on the goals, but even setting up Wenger's chance.
Exactly. Yeah.
How were they able to pull that off with 10 men in the second half?
Yeah, they did a good job. We had a good view of the line here, and they did a good job of kind of baiting the defenders to creep forward and then playing balls in behind. Maidana played a few very dangerous ones into them. BC played a good one in Vincent, so we were able to get in behind him a couple times. Unlucky for Andrew. I mean, the poor kid, he hits both posts, and the ball just wouldn't go in for him. But other guys kept digging and fighting, and obviously a great result for us.
Jim, 10 days off or so, guys are going home, feel good going home with this win. How's this going to help you going forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, we'll get a lot of rest for our guys, and then we'll get some bodies back, which will be important to us. This competition is about surviving in advance, and we've done that. It's a competition we take seriously, and now we're into the final 8, which is big for the club.
Hey, at least it didn't go overtime tonight, right?
I was terrified of overtime with our legs. I'm down a man. So, fortunately, Fabi makes a great play, and we win the game, and we get out of here and get some rest.
Jim, thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Thanks so much, guys.
Jim Curtin joining us. It took him a little while to crack a smile. He was in full-on coach speak mode there for a little bit. But we got him, and a good night for Jim Curtin to be sure. And a good night for the Union and Shannon Williams, who joins us now. Shannon, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Tell us about that second half, because that was a pretty epic performance from a legs perspective from you guys. How did you guys gut out that second half and find 2 goals?
Yeah, went into the locker room at halftime disappointed that we broke down so easily after we gave up the red card, and then just talked about pressing at good times and trying to get good opportunities. And when those opportunities came, we finished them off well.
Good job today. Just one quick question. You guys seem to have folded one time before in the LA game. Tonight seemed like a different story. Is it something different within the spirit of the team? You guys creating that winning mentality?
Yeah, I think that, we wanted to put that game behind us, and we have. This is a team that's not going to give up. You saw that, coming back from being down a goal, and, we're going to fight to the end of the season and whatever game, and, we've set our sights on the Open Cup, and, we want to be in the finals again, and we want to take it home this time.
Shannon, last thing, and then we'll let you go watch Eric Ayuk do backflips. Tell us about the specific play of the goal that you set up, Ayuk's goal to tie the game, what you saw and how that developed.
Yeah, they were just they were sitting kind of deep, so I tried to make a run in behind the right back, and luckily he wasn't tracking me. I tried to take a good touch, and Ayuk made a great run. Pretty easy from that point on, just to slide it across and let him finish.
Anything but easy to win down a man and down a goal. Shannon, thanks for joining us. Congratulations.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, guys.
Shannon Williams joining us after the Philadelphia Union come from behind. A red card to CJ Sapong in the 24th minute. They went behind to a Jairo Arrieta goal just 3 minutes later. Somehow, Jill, they came back and won, and honestly, we're talking to them. We've just seen it. I'm still a little bit shocked that they were able to do it in regulation, score twice with 10 men. Yes, it wasn't DC's full team, but that is impressive to come up with 2 goals in the second half with 10 men.
Very, very impressive from the Union. And this season has been a tale of 2 teams. One away team who's really struggled, and one home team who just loves playing at home, loves playing in front of their fans, and just gives everything when they're at home. 5-2-4 at home this year, now 6-2-4 at home this year. They're a great team in front of their home crowd. It's like the crowd's their 12th man, maybe 11th man tonight.
Philadelphia wins it 2-1. Here's the bracket. The Union will get either the New York Red Bulls or the New York Cosmos. Date, venue, and all of that is still very much up in the air. The dates originally booked for the quarterfinals, July 21st and 22nd, but it's all subject to change, so stay tuned to ussoccer.com, to philadelphiaunion.com for more on that. We told you Orlando won. Chicago is currently winning. And again, the Red Bulls and the Cosmos play tomorrow night. We do want to remind you that the Union want to see you for the next 90 minutes of soccer at PPL Park. That's Saturday, July 11th. A nice little layoff for Jim Curtin and the guys. 7 o'clock kickoff on July 11th when the Union battle the Portland Timbers, the game presented by Adidas. You can purchase in the next 90 minutes following tonight's match and pay no per-ticket fees. You can go to philadelphiaunion.com/promo and enter the code NEXT90. No spaces, all one word, NEXT90 at philadelphiaunion.com/promo for the Saturday, July 11th match against Portland. That's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us through the weather delay. Thank you for sticking with us, even though there was a kind of enormous game in Montreal tonight. And I think you'll agree, unless you're a DC fan, and for that we apologize, that it was worth the wait from a pure soccer perspective of drama and excitement and some really good goals. Jairo Arrieta, a good one in the first half, topped by goals from Eric Ayuk and Fabinho in the second. And with 10 men, the Philadelphia Union advanced to the quarterfinals. For our entire crew, for Daniel and Brendan, the Carls, Dave Rowe, and everyone with the Union, my excellent partner, Jill Lloyden, I'm Jonathan Yardley. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Philadelphia Union on to the quarterfinals in the U.S. Open Cup. Right on cue, the rains arrive again. The heavens open up for your drive home. Philadelphia on to the quarterfinals. For more on the U.S. Open Cup, go to ussoccer.com. Thanks for joining us. Good night from Philly.
stand for blue. For tickets, visit PhiladelphiaUnion.com.